Yo, what's going on? This is the NRW with Nerds Rule the World. I am Kuya P, and I'm joined by the cat that levels us up, Mr. Glenn Lawrence. How are you, sir?
What's up, man? I level you up so I can put it down. What's happening? Let's get it.
There we go. I love it. Well, man, we've already reacted to Black Panther Wakanda Forever on the channel, but they dropped a new trailer. So we got to react again, man. I haven't seen this. They dropped this as they made tickets available for the people to buy their tickets. I've made my reservations. I'm seeing it like 3 times, bought all those tickets. I just can't see it enough. So I had to put my tickets in, but they dropped a new trailer and I didn't watch it yet. So I have to watch it with my man Glenn to see his reaction to it and do it together, man. Did you get your tickets though? Did you get those reservations happening?
I did not. I don't think they opened up ticket sales until today, right?
Yeah, tickets went on sale today as of this recording, yo.
So now I'm gonna go check it out. I just saw that the tickets they got released and whatnot, so I gotta put that order in. I saw the trailer today and I was like, oh shit, yep, I gotta do it because it's actually right around the corner. Like it's literally like a month away. It's like 4 weeks away.
I'm saying I'll let you know what times I'm seeing it, so maybe we can do it together.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. But let's check out this trailer. Let's see what this is. I'm dying for more. Usually I try to avoid a little bit just so I can save it for when we actually see it on the screen, but man, it's Black Panther Wakanda Forever, man. I gotta check it out. So let's peep this. You ready?
Ready.
Here we go. It's gonna make me cry, I'm sure. Yup. Don't that middle chick look like Ashanti? Every single time I see that,
she looks like somebody I know.
Yeah. Or at least she favors, you know what I'm saying? Because all black people don't look like y'all. But she favors Ashanti. To me.
So they've done water way better than
Aquaman.
Yeah. I like it.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukulkan. The feather serpent god.
Feather serpent god, and he got little joints on his feet.
Yeah, they had to give him wings, man. I was gonna be upset if they didn't.
He's laughing.
For the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike.
Oh yeah.
Show them who we are.
Oh, I got chills. Oh, I got chills,
bro. There we go. Get them tickets, Glenn. All right. So it confirms Shuri is our Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so. You know, they still, we haven't seen the mask off yet, but we now see that it is a female Black Panther. And if you're a fan of the comics, you're well aware that Shuri took over the mantle at one point within the series. So
yeah, bro.
I'm hyped, bruh. I'm hyped. It's going to be tears, I'm sure. Rest in power to my man Chadwick Boseman, but it's time to move on with the franchise. And yeah, I got my tickets purchased, bruh. I'll let you know when I'm seeing it again because I'd love for you to watch it with me.
I'm sure this is something that I would see in the theaters more than once. And it looks like it's going to be good. Ryan Coogler is, shown to be a pretty powerful director. So there are things that happened in the first Black Panther that made me that I really, really like. Like I really, really like the first Black Panther, but there's some things that I wish Ryan Coogler had done more blockbuster films before. And because there was a lack of action, I felt like in the first Black Panther, I thought it could have used one more scene with Killmonger being a badass, right? So the first Black Panther was only like, I think it was an hour and 40, 50 minutes or something like that. This one is 2 hours and 41 minutes. So I think this time they're not leaving a bunch of stuff on the cutting room floor. They're going to fill in those added elements, probably give us some more, story to it, some more action to it. You saw Ironheart in there. I'm really excited to check this out, man. This has got me hyped, bro.
Yeah, I'll admit earlier, I don't know if you've been peeping the channel, earlier on the year, one of the ones I was most worried about of the Marvel films dropping this year was going to be Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I don't know if you remember that when we were talking about it. But the trailer, the initial teaser trailer, amazing. Just it resonated. This as well, and I knew they at some point they were gonna, because the question was, what Black Panther is it? Is it gonna be Chadwick, some other cat? Are they gonna go Shuri? They gave us that question with this new trailer.
I'm very interested.
They answered that. So now let's just see what they're gonna do. They let us know the length of time. It's gonna be the longest film within this phase of the franchise of the cinematic universe. So to your point, giving us more content, let the story build a little bit more. So I'm excited about that. It's to me, wait and see, but I'm hyped. You can't knock Ryan Coogler's pedigree, man. He knows how to give it to you. Everybody involved with it looked like it's giving it to you. I still am on that whole fence about the whole Chadwick thing, the recast and everything, but let's see how this story plays out. There are other ways they can do things because we are living in multiverse times now. Who knows? But I'm ready to just see how they're going to do it. But again, one of my biggest concerns, and I'm still going to stay on this mountain, is that, T'Challa, as a longtime fan of Black Panther from the comics going into the films, is just that representation that we finally got. And I felt that, again, like we said, we've had so many Supermans, we've had so many Spider-Mans. I still think we need that black male face representative. And, they're going to switch it up with this, obviously, but, we'll see how it turns out with everything else.
I just thought about two things. I love, everything that you just said. I'm very much excited for this, but I just thought about how they could do it. You just said multiverse. What if
I've already written it in my head, brother? I will say that.
But wait, here's what
if you let me get up in there, I'm gonna give it to you.
Here's what I was about to say. What if in an alternate universe, Killmonger and were switched? You don't think?
I knew you were gonna bring it to the Killmonger. You're one of those cats that I know as well. Mad love to you. Killmonger and Black Panther are two different characters,
but brother. You don't think in another
amazing
universe,
as Killmonger as my man Michael B. Jordan was in the first film. He's Killmonger. Just let that character stay there. He doesn't get that mantle, man. It's always been another cat.
Okay.
Respect on that.
You're
we
right.
got the animated joint, the What If joint, where he had the mantle.
Yeah.
But it's true to the character in that. I was cool with it in how he took the mantle with that, because he's that cat. You know what I'm saying? It's a different character.
I think I don't know. Personally, I think T'Challa's son might
want that redemption. I know it. You want that redemption because of all what that brother went through. That's why it hit so, and why it was so good in that first film, man.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
You
but
felt
I think you're right in terms of keeping it where it's at. But in terms of what they're going to do with the new T'Challa, I think it's either he had a son with Nakia down the road, or something else where it's just an alternate universe where it was just a different person, but then it would be like, was a different person born? You know what I mean? Like a different sperm intercepted the egg and became T'Challa, as opposed to
I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know how they're gonna do it. But
and again, I think for the importance of women empowerment and just again, the Woman King that we recently had happen, and that's due to the success from the first film and seeing how badass the Dora Milaje were. That's why they finally gave us the Woman King, which gave us the real story on those amazing female fighters. I think it's so difficult. Like, we want that I as a fan of the hero T'Challa, that male black superhero, I want that. But then at the same time, you can't knock a black female getting that representation and empowerment in there. So, they could go either way. We also have that multiverse question that could happen if they wanted to rewrite things and change things up again. I don't know, man. As long as the stories are good and if it's giving us that energy, We just got to be along for the ride and just hope that the people, the powers that be, give us what we want and that are true to the essence of the character.
Yeah. What else was I about to? Oh, I know. So with that being said, Marvel, what is this, phase 4 now?
Something like that. Yeah.
Phase 4, phase 5. Like, oh yeah, it's phase 4. What do you think? Where are you ranking everything? So we had Doctor Strange. We had Thor come out. Was there another one this year? Was it just Doctor Strange and Thor so far?
Spider-Man. Or was Spider-Man last year?
And I think
Spider-Man was this year.
I think Spider-Man was this year.
Yeah.
So, or no, Spider-Man was last year because we had just had the baby. So Spider-Man was that. Yeah. So, so what do you think? Where are you ranking it? Because right now, I think Marvel's behind right now.
Behind?
I think they need to catch up. I think they need to.
So who are they trying to keep pace with?
I mean,
because DC ain't about nothing
with themselves.
With themselves,
yeah. I mean, I just think
films,
like what they have done up until this point, I don't think that they have been keeping up with how amazing the
other films
have been before. So my question is, how do you?
I would disagree to that. I think they're building a richer universe, and we have so much additional content that from the Disney Plus stuff that to me is on the same playing field as the theatrical releases, if you will.
You know what?
Personally, like to me, I absolutely love She-Hulk Attorney at Law. It's changing the paradigm. It's so close to the comics, but you got a bunch of Hebrews out there that are knocking it. It's so perfect.
I will say this. I was rocking with She-Hulk until this last episode where they had the vampire dude and he had like the ropes around his neck. I was like, what the fuck is that? Who made that design decision? Why did he have a noose? Why was his fashion choice a noose? I didn't like that. That made me upset. But up until that point, I was like, have it. And I was like, all right, now I have a legitimate gripe. I'm annoyed at the noose. I couldn't stop looking at the noose around dude's neck.
I don't really call that, but now you're going to make me watch the episode.
Go watch it again, bro. And he legit has a noose around his neck. And I'm sure every black person was like, yo, what the
I'm gonna have to peep that because that could be problematic. But regardless of just that choice from a character to design, the overall story and the characters that they're pulling out the woodworks, they're doing their homework on these characters. Because I recognize the Porcupine, all the characters that they're pulling from, they are doing their homework and they're killing it. So I think they got no competition Marvel has right now because DC ain't doing nothing. And I will put this out there right now. I think Black Adam, their biggest bet of the year, is going to be their biggest fail of the year.
Oh, what are we betting? What are we betting?
I'll buy you dinner, man.
Oh, okay. Dinner.
Put a dinner on it.
Either dinner on you or dinner on me. We got a nice dinner. Is it a family dinner? Is it everybody comes out to eat, or is it just me
you and I, brother? Because we still trying to make this money out here.
Right, we still got mortgages, so
yeah, exactly. But who's judging that? You may like it, and I think I'll say this, that the Captain Marvel joint, which represented Philly well, that you love, will be 10 times better than Black Adam. I'll say that on God. I'll say that Captain Marvel joint. And I thought that was going to be a garbage film. That was actually pretty damn good DC film compared to. I'll stack that against all the other DC films. That was one of the best. And Captain Marvel's a low tier character, but to me, they killed it. Excuse me. Am I thinking Shazam or
Shazam?
Shazam, because that's right.
Captain Marvel, DC.
Hey, that's showing how real of a comics cat I am. Because initially, if y'all are familiar. Shazam, aka was Captain Marvel, but there was a whole thing with Marvel owning the name, DC,
right?
All of that. That's just that because I'm a comics head, y'all.
Yeah, so you were calling him old school Captain Marvel from the books. Everybody else is probably confused because Captain Marvel film was a little bit.
So as I was saying, that represented Philly well. The one DC joint that Shazam will be better than Black Adam. I promise. I bet you'll feel that same way too.
No, I mean, I think
Black Adam's going to be better than Shazam.
I think it's going to be in the same realm. I think
it's going to be so much ego. The Rock, and I love The Rock, but it's going to be all about his ego. They're not going to give any time to Dr. Fate. They're not going to give any time to all these characters.
Hawkman's going to get play, bro. Hawkman's going to get play.
He deserves it. I'll say he's going to deserve that play, but I bet you will barely get anything. We'll maybe get one cool scene with him, but I'll be about it.
Hey, look, We going Sizzler. We going Sid.
That's we'll see.
Throwback.
I bet you'll enjoy Shazam more than Black Adam.
No. I think it'll be on the same. I think it'll be on the same tier. But I will just say the current stack of Marvel films that have come out this year, I thought they were cool depending on what they do with Kang and what they build up to. But if it doesn't hit the same with the Kang dynasty and whatnot, I think Marvel, I think they, there will be some questions to be had. It depends on how they're going to flip it with the characters that they had and what they're building to, because the current group of films have left me just wanting a little bit. I haven't disliked them, but I've been like, okay, cool. I'm giving them a long runway. So I'm like, all right, this runway is running out. But now looking at Wakanda Forever, I'm like, okay, it looks like y'all about to take off.
I respect your opinion, but I have faith in the powers that be behind it, that they're finally giving us something different that we've never seen. Because let's look at all of these cast of characters that are leading these films. We finally have a grouping of representation that we've never seen, unlike the previous films that we got. That were, let's be honest, white-led superhero male characters. If we think about this next phase, we have so many badass powered females that we've never seen before in any kind of a franchise. Let's think about that. Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, all of that. You know what I'm saying? She-Hulk, all these characters. We got characters like Moon Knight, just a different breed of heroes. We have Captain America, aka was Falcon,
Sam Wilson.
but a Sam Wilson Cap. You know what I'm saying? And
a new Falcon.
Bruh, and a new Falcon who's Hispanic. Look at the representation and the difference of what Marvel is trying to give us, what the world looks like now. And it's about fucking time. I'm just saying. So yes, it looks different because we grew up with a traditional Avengers team that we've always known. And we got that already. Now it's time to expand our minds and see this different reality and see what I will give you the curiosity in regards to the Kang situation and how that will be played off, because we have this, it's easy to do like this alien big baddie in Thanos, but when you have something that's so multifaceted as a Kang and a black man that's Kang, the original man, like what? They better come with it, especially if you're going to kind of give us and delve in those concepts. I think it's going to be very interesting. And I could see, and again, to your point, I'm with you on that. It's where the hell are they going with this? But I think it's, they're really building on something different and fresh, that the fact that we can't predict it makes it so amazing. Because I don't you hate it when things are predictable?
Very much so.
Let's give us something new and something fresh, and I'm here for it.
I think
I feel what you're saying though.
Yeah,
I feel what you're saying.
I think what's happened now with Marvel is the films that we've gotten. Doctor Strange was, it's kind of like a little bit of a horror thing, which I think was different. It was definitely a what's it called? It was definitely a veering off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was a gamble, right? And I think it paid off. I thought it was cool. Some people didn't like it or whatever. But I think with Wakanda Forever, the way that the Dora Milaje stuck the spear into the ground, I think that is kind of what they're doing right now with the Wakanda Forever. This is like, okay, now it's serious. You know what I mean? And I feel like the movies from this point on, because the next movie we get after this is Ant-Man, Quantumania. You know what I mean? So and that's when Kang is supposed to show up. So I think this is like, okay, like we had fun and games, boom, we're putting it down. Now things are getting serious. Worlds are getting serious. People, there's stakes again. Because I think for right now, they had a lot of kind of fun with it. Wanda was kind of serious, and then they got a little campy with Thor. But they did some things in Thor that are going to set up, new stuff. But I think with this one, it's definitely like putting the stake in the ground, like, okay, back to reality, like it's real. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is supposed to be a trailer reactor. We damn near made
a little bit more. We gave a little bit more, but
Marvel,
because we're fans of the material, we're fans of the content, and we're here for the ride, man. So I can go all day on conversations like this, man, and I appreciate you. But I think we're ready for it. And it's that the unpredictability of it all that just is causing so many questions. But I'm here for it.
I'll say this for our bet. We just got to be honest. We'll just be like, if it's trash and like, I'm not going to say that it wasn't trash just for the sake of winning. I'm gonna admit, okay, you was right. I'll pay you your dinner, get you your banchan or whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and then you the same. You don't just hold on.
I'm just curious how we're judging everything. That's what's gonna be illmatic. Like, how are we judging it? You know, I think it'll be better than that Shazam will be better than Black Adam, but that's a personal taste.
I just think it should.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a dud, though.
I don't think it should be a comparison, but I think just general consensus versus, our opinion. Maybe we'll have Heather and Rob and Loy chime in and we'll have the tri-council. We'll have Heather, Loy, and Rob. They'll be able to judge and tell us whether they thought Black Adam was dope. Maybe bring in some other people or whatever and put a little poll together. But
so you're saying it's going to be a hit, and I think my reverse, and I'm opposite with it going to be a dud.
Unless there's like some extenuating circumstances where people can't go to the movies, like COVID or some shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, unless something crazy happens, like, I don't think that should be the criteria. But if not, if everything's normal and it just gets its normal run, I think it's going to do exceptionally well, and I think it's going to be well received too.
But are numbers an exact sign of a hit, though? We all know that money doesn't always relate with the watchability of a film. There's been a lot of trash that has done numbers.
That's true.
We've got to work on this, but we got to get up out of here. We'll save this for the NRW Weekly, man. Glenn and I can go all day because I love this brother. He's like my brother from another mother, man. So let's save it. Let's stack this conversation for later. We'll figure it out. So y'all, if you're watching this, tune into our regular weekly show that we drop every week where we're talking about films that are dropping. But for our reaction to Black Panther Wakanda Forever, it's a thumbs up. We're all in on it, right?
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Double thumbs up.
How can the people reach out to you if they want to talk about this and go into more things like our Shazam Black Adam conversation?
There you go. Levelupcomedy.com is where you can find me. Glenn Lawrence Comedy on Facebook and IG. Glenn Levels Up on Twitter.
There you go. Follow my man and talk all about things. Let him know if he's right, I'm right. I don't care. It's all love. For me, it's the Legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, and IG. Of course, the NRW and at Release Wednesday, where you'll find me and Glenn talking shit like this and other things where nerds rule the world. Wakanda forever, y'all.
Wakanda forever. Oh, right over left.
Peace.
No,